Let's talk about the four main ways that Hurricane Katrina impacted housing. Now, I've been talking about this a lot in this mini series, but I really want to boil it down to the top four. And two are going to be negative, and two are going to be somewhat positive. And before you come at me, in hindsight, you can pull some positive out of it, okay? So let's first start off with the first one. I did a video about this recently, but it is how New Orleans was insulated from greater impacts tied to the great financial crisis of 2008, 2009. And truly, I think that was a blessing in disguise, where a lot less owners in the greater New Orleans area were upside down on their properties. And yes, there were still some impacts of the great financial crisis, but not as much. So the second positive thing is that with the amount of damage that New Orleans saw, especially in places like St. Bernard, where 95% of the buildings had destruction and damage, a lot of the infrastructure got updated in houses. Now, that's, roofs, ACs, electrical, plumbing. And I'll be the first to say that not every project done was done right, or was it perfect. But this is a positive, something to consider. And over the last decade in the housing industry, I've seen this, where when we've walked properties, a lot of people benefited from those upgrades and the remodeling during that time. Now, on the other side, one of the third impacts on housing from Hurricane Katrina is that there was a level of displacement. Now, a lot of that happened either from evacuations, or it came from the fight with insurance. Either they did not have any insurance, or they were underinsured, or just the overall fight. Over time, people gave up and moved away and never came back. Some people, when they evacuated, they never found a way back, or they just got settled where they were. We are still seeing impacts of that today with population decline. And then the fourth impact on housing is overall blight. Now, we had people had damage obviously right after Katrina, but as 20 years has passed, there's still blighted properties from that time that never recovered. And in some areas, it's worse than others, like in the East and the lower Ninth. So those are things that we have seen, these impacts on housing. Those are the four main ones that I came up with, but did I miss something? Let me know in the comments below. And if there is another impact on housing that we should talk about.